Greetings, this is Scholar Saunders Singh. What's current? Oh boy. Diddy. Oh boy. It's been a week. It's been quite a week. A lot of testimony, a lot of people on the stand, things going down, things happening. The defense got to be smarter. They got to hone in, and if this case can be saved for Diddy, they got to hone in on the fact that these things, not everything relates to the three charges that he is, are leveled against him. RICO, the racketeering, the RICO laws, the sex trafficking, and those are the main things. Those are the two. There's three, but those are like the big ones: the racketeering and the sex trafficking. The racketeering that includes arson, and the arson relates to the alleged firebombing of rapper Kid Cudi's Porsche. So I think that if they really focus on how everything else, the fact that Cassie had bruises on her and things of that nature, that's all emotional. That's all emotional, and it's sad, it's sick, and disgusting. Of course, seeing the video again over, it's disturbing. Diddy is horrific for that. He's a monster in that regard. But if they just focus on the fact that what is happening is just eating, it's like around the edges and not getting to the heart of the matter, the meat of the issue. The meat of the issue is RICO laws and sex trafficking and prostitution. Those are the three main things, and there's 2 counts, I think, for the sex trafficking. So it's up to 5. It's the RICO, the 2 sex trafficking, and the prostitution. And it's RICO, sex trafficking, and prostitution, I think, and something else. Can't remember it all, but P Diddy, exactly. Salute to Christopher Perkins, Bumba. Salute to you. Tell a friend when you come in here. Tell 12 people, tell 12,000 people to come in here. But anyway, that's all the defense has to do. They just have to come up with something very succinct and clear. And I am enjoying the DNA and the evidence. There's meat or something like that that's been introduced to the situation. I just saw that. That was interesting. But yeah, so Diddy fatigue, yeah. Well, it's not Diddy fatigue yet. I'm not tired of it yet. Still pays the bills. I got some money this month from you subscribers, so I appreciate it. Christopher Perkins says, it a very interesting trial. Yes, it is very interesting. It's very interesting. It has its ups and downs. It has its roller coaster appeal to it. It had Cassie was the first person on the stand, or one of the first people. She wasn't the first person. She was one of the first people on the stand. Her mother took the stand, Roberta Ventura. She testified to say that Cassie took pictures of her bruises that he allegedly put on her. Cassie is a freaky girl. Yes, she is. She is a freaky girl, and she admitted it. She said she's down for any freak off. She's ready for any freak off. That's a direct quote. She's ready for any freak off. She said that in a text. She became a coke whore. That's not just hearsay. That's not just me being cute and saying ha ha ha. She's a coke whore. She literally was. She did coke, and she used a lot of sexual activity with various people, men, women, on various occasions. They called them freak offs. Bummer said Cassie is trifling. Yeah, she's not the babe in the woods. Don't get it confused. Don't think that just that video. Oh my God, he's trouncing this poor girl. Oh my goodness. What did she do in the room? Was she scratching at his face? Was she poking at his forehead? Was she punching him? Was she kicking him? I mean, there had to be some kind of, you know, misrepresentation, misunderstanding for him to go and, you know, basically maul her almost to, you know, to a certain degree. And yeah, yeah, Cassie Golden Shower, true. Cassie loved baby oil as much as Diddy. Yes, that's facts. That's facts. And the Kid Cudi angle. I mean, Kid Cudi's. I think he's borrowing from. Let me make sure I get his name right. I'm looking for his name right now. Josh Johnson. He took a page out of comedian Josh. He's big on the internet right now. Comedian Josh Johnson. He's been covering the Diddy case for a while now, and he called, you know, Diddy a supervillain or a complete madman. And that's what Kid Cudi reiterated. He said he was like a supervillain. He did some dastardly things. He did some very vicious things, allegedly. Um, Kid Cudi was scared of Diddy day and night. He was just on his pursuit of happiness, trying to defend himself against Diddy. What's another one of his songs? Man on the Moon or something like that. I can't. He had like the Moon series or something like that. I can't remember. But anyway, that's the reality of all this. That's the sad, sick reality of everything that's going on. It looks like the testimonies this week, you know, are all damning, and the defense needs to cross-examine. Of course, they need to, you know, dig a little deeper, pause into the issue. Star needs to do a Friday show. He might do it. He might come on right now. I don't know. He may come on at 10:30 or what is it? It's almost 10:30. He may come on any moment now. Who knows? But I love how you say Star needs to do a Friday show, and I'm doing a Friday show right now, so on my own show, Bumbo. You about to get your wrench taken? No, it's all good. If I'm just joking, because if you see Star pop up on your screen and I'm on, go to Star, okay? Go to Mr. Choice Star Terrain. Don't worry about me. This is my dinghy. Go to the yacht. Don't worry about me being out here in these waters in a little boat. Make sure you go to the yacht and have a good time. I'm still grinding. I'm still trying to get my weight up. He's got his weight up. He's got over 280 or 200 something like that, 270,000 subscribers. I'm not even close to that. So definitely go for him. Max Vision Films. Oh, here we go. You're about to be singing all by my. That's all I'm saying. You got some views though. Yeah, I got some views, but the views don't really equate to what you're supposed to have in watch hours, and it gets deep. You have to have at least 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 hours of watch time, and oh god, I can't remember the other requirement, but there's requirements for this. 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. What is it? I can't. Okay, it's just watch hours. I'm looking for it now. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, views are great if people stay and watch the whole thing. That's the best thing. That's the best way. I'm gonna look for it right now. Goddamn it, I got time. Shizzle. Trying to think of the three components. You gotta have. So I just have to have now 1,000 subscribers and at least 4,000 hours watch hours of public valid watch views. So there's that. Gotta get monetized. That's right. Gotta get monetized. I gotta get monetized. But the funny thing is, and the great thing is, I made 4 figures already, just off of donations. I just love that. That's a fact. I haven't had one sticker, um, one super chat, none of that. And I have 4 figures on this site. And I have 4 figures on another site. So the internet's been good to me. I won't complain. Just like the gospel song. I won't complain. But anyway, let's get back to the Diddy case. The defense they just need to wise up. They need to be stronger and thoughtful and consider the facts of this case. And they've already said, Diddy's a jerk. He may not be the greatest person in the world, but he didn't commit these 3 crimes. He did not commit any of these crimes. He says not guilty to all of them. Completely not guilty. So they got to be smart enough to say, hey, wait a minute. They're poking at all of us. I mean, we've had a dancer named Punisher. We've had Cassie Ventura, Roberta Ventura, one of the I think a bodyguard, an attendant at the hotel, and of course Cassie Ventura, the star witness, all say something on the stand. They need to be vicious. I'm saying not evil. I'm saying they need to be intense. That's the best word. They need to be intense and strong in their resolve. That's how they need to be. On that pink cocaine. Yeah, and the irony is like mostly there may be traces of cocaine. It's not really fully cocaine. It's mainly food coloring and ketamine and other ingredients and slight traces of cocaine. But I mean, this is what it's about. I mean, if it was consensual and adults, we wouldn't be here. we would not be here. Let's make that clear. People felt some type of way, felt like they were. It's like ketamine and amphetamines. Yeah, exactly. There's very small traces of cocaine to be found in pink cocaine. That's the ironic thing. But and it should be legal. Prostitution should be legal. RICO, those look like drummed up charges. Doesn't look like it's gonna stick. A lot of them. It does. It makes zero sense. It makes absolutely no sense. So we have to, consider the facts. Consider only the facts. I love the DNA. I love the meat. Pause. That sounded crazy. Diddy's zesty ass loves pink cocaine. Yeah, he does. I know. Big pause. Big pause. She's an eater. Love the meat. Super pause. No, I love the trial that introduced the evidence of the meat. Let me make sure I have that right. It's something meat and freezer meat. That's it. This week in Sean Diddy Combs trial, freezer meat, DNA evidence, and compromat. A wide range of testimony was heard in the sex trafficking. This is from the Hollywood Reporter. in racketeering case as prosecutors and the rap mogul's defense team spoke with rapper Kid Cudi, the Punisher, and Roberta Ventura. So I just named them. Okay. Um. Okay, so I'll read this little part. The Punisher and the Freezer meet. Tuesday saw colorful. So this was a few days ago from Sheree Deshawn Hayes, the sex worker known as the Punisher, who discussed his work with Ventura and Combs at freak-offs over several occasions. And for a man known as the Punisher, he was quite okay. While this, Hayes says he believes was what ended his professional relationship with the couple. His story has a happy ending. He eventually wrote a book called In Search of Freezer Meat, which he described as men's self-help book that chronicles what the hell? You're trying to read a story and these goddamn ads pop up. Jesus Christ. Which he described as a men's self-help book that chronicles me developing and ultimately curing my erectile dysfunction by way of a penis implant. Jesus Christ! What in the hell? It is officially a circus. I call this the trial of the century. That's what it seems like to me. This seems like the trial of the century. This seems like the 21st century version of the O.J. Simpson case. That was the trial of the century. They had everybody's eyes glued to TVs and radio and listening to radios with their ears. It's crazy. But you can't do that now. You can only look at the sketches, which are horrible. Anybody seen the sketches? They make them look like they're emaciated. Is he really that bad looking? Is he really that skinny? I know he's got gray, but goddamn. Diddy meat paws. Yeah, that's his little book. What's it called? When the meat something was called In Search of Freezer Meat. What the hell? So this is all. This is turning into a Here's a look at Hayes' exchange with Assistant U.S. Attorney Meredith C. Foster. Wow, he's talking about the sexual encounters, and he had issues. He tried to use Cialis, Viagra, the corner store pills. None of it, took. He said he was under a lot of pressure, quote unquote. Bumba says Diddy's name in prison is going to be Tinkerbell. Well, what is it? What is it right now? From what I understood, he had his do those honey packs work? I don't know what you're talking about, Rottweiler. But Diddy's name in prison. I mean, he's been running the prison so far. As far as I know, he's been running it. He's been making people, uh, clean his floors and fold his clothes and make his bed. They don't talk about it much, but I'm sure he is caked up. Literally, he probably has a lot of Hostess cakes and ramen noodles and Chips Ahoy cookies. He's probably trading them. There's probably like a market. Yes, you do. No, no, I don't. I mean, I probably do, but I don't remember what you're talking about. You gotta spark my memory. I'm stupid. A zesty shot caller? Exactly. He's a very zesty shot caller. Making spreads. What? Making spreads. Yeah. That deserves a pause. Diddy's the newest Gotham supervillain. Uh, Spreads. Oh, Spreads is prison food. Thank you. I stupid. I'm serious. I don't know. I can't figure stuff out so quickly. But yeah. So it's like a burrito. Spreads. Okay. Patience and Did the Knicks? Did they already play? Are they done? Oh dear Lord. Oh dear Lord. Oh my goodness. The Knicks are 109 to 114. The Pacers have the advantage. 0-1. They're gonna be 0-2. Watch. A few seconds. Please continue very clearly articulating real proven black media news work. Thank you, Christopher Perkins. I appreciate that. Pause spreads. I know. I know. I know. Rottweiler. I know. Just spread. Spread for me. Who said that? Who said that? Anybody in here know? He just gave a commencement speech. He plays. He played. What is he playing? He has a new album where he's playing piano. Anybody know? Anyway, Diddy. This it's all in the defense. The defense can play their cards right very simply. All they got to do is say, "Look, thank you, Rottweiler's got it exactly right, Andre 3000." But and 3K, 3G, whatever you want to say. But they just got to say, "Look, there's 3 charges here. All that's cute, saying the freak offs and the baby oil and the search for a meat locker or whatever I don't even remember what it's called. All these people understand the mother saying what was done to her daughter. It's nice, it's fine, great, but what does it have to do with the 3 charges against this client? That's what the defense has to say. What it has to do against my client? Diddy went to Epstein Island. I don't know about that. That's alleged. That's all hearsay. There's no evidence that I know of that he frequented the Epstein Island. Epi World, I guess you can call it. Did I just coin that? Epi World. They just have to they just have to focus on that. Focus on those 3 charges. Well, 5 technically, but they mean the same thing. Keep asking all the interesting questions. Yeah, that's one of the questions they have to ask. They have to ask themselves, do we say that the arson was part of the RICO laws, or was that even traced back to Diddy? It was traced back to a woman. Did she have ties to Diddy? What were the circumstances behind all that? They showed various parts of the Porsche. The roof had been looked like it was torn open. The front of it had been firebombed. There was various smoke indications, various smoke pieces. Yes, Christopher Perkins, that's right. They had to prove intent for those 5 charges. Hold on, let me make sure I can remember them. 5 charges against Diddy. 1 count of racketeering conspiracy, 2 counts of trafficking by force, fraud, or coercion, and 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution. If those are whatever happened when the people got up on the stand, if they didn't have anything to do with those few things, this doesn't have to do it. Yeah, you're telling the truth though, Bumba. That's right. Doesn't matter what Diddy does, even if he's completely free of everything, guiltless. Diddy is innocent. He's nothing. That's what they'll say. For that classic line. He'll never work in this town again. He'll never work in Hollywood or New York or anywhere. He has to do, just sit home like Cosby is right now. Whatever Cosby is doing, he's not in the spotlight. That's for sure. He's definitely gonna be a pariah, Bubba. You're spitting facts. You're spitting serious facts. He'll be the persona non grata, as they say. A person that is, completely exiled and completely rejected and completely put away from the public, just like Cosby has. Cosby has. When's the last thing you hear about Bill Cosby? He's just sitting on his millions right now that continue to generate over all his decades of works. I wonder what Diddy's money will run out. It may be soon because these people are not playing. They're not. These lawyers are serious. They're not kidding around. They're gonna get probably 20 to 30, maybe $50 million out of him, maybe even more. Could be 80 or 90 million. It's gonna be serious. You can hate me now, but I won't stop now. Well, you gonna stop now, nigger. He had his nigger wake up call way back in September when they first put the cuffs on him. Zip zop, pudding pop, pause. I think her is paying him $50K a day. I think you meant he. Yeah, I know what you meant. I think he's paying them $50K a day. Yeah, that sounds about right. That sounds about true. Whoever's in here, there's 4 people in here. We need 4 likes. Get those likes up. Get those likes up. Definitely get those likes up. 6 more people. We have a party. Did he put applesauce on his burger? Yeah. And they said to carry with him ketchup and applesauce. I don't know if he mixed them together. I don't know what he did, but yeah, he did that. Thank you, Christopher Perkins. Appreciate it. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. 4 people in here, 3 likes. I appreciate it. I'm not mad. Where is Sir Rick James? Mr. Rick James. Salute that man. Excuse me. Yeah, they gotta be smart. 5. It's 5, but it's really like 2. There it goes. 4 people in here, 4 likes. I'm not mad. Very good. I can deal with this. I like this. This is cool for me. This is like before I go into the stratosphere. These are the nights I'll remember the most. They'll be more dear to me because it shows the grind. It shows that I'm on, trying to do something, and there's nobody behind me. Mr. Short Star Train is the only one that started it. He said they want to see your face, they want to hear your voice. I see only 4 likes. We are having a party. Well, we need at least 10 people to have a party, Christopher. But like nobody said anything else. I have no managers. I have no co-hosts. I have nothing. It's just me. It's just only me. I'm the only one that does the research. I'm the only one that covers the stories. There's no gossip girl. There's no secondhand man. There's no, jokes and stuff like that. It's just straight dope, straight news. I may laugh here and there, but it's not real. Diddy party. Yeah, 5 people now. 5 people. 5 people in here. 4 likes. All we need is 5 people. We have a party. Soon you will have 5,000 subs, and then you'll forget about us. No, I will not. Like I said, these are the times I'll remember. I remember these times the most. We know stars behind the scenes pulling strings. Only in a sense of giving pointers. He's more like, I don't want to say he's a mentor, but he's kind of like a coach in a sense. I guess that's the most appropriate way to put it. He just says, look, hey, what, say Diddy is innocent. And what I got, 9,000 views from that. It's all emotions. Sadly, the internet is full of emotion. There's very little reason. There's very little thought. It's whatever you feel like doing, whatever you feel is good, whatever feels this way. If you feel bad, this person upsets you, so you're in your feelings. It's goofy. But anyway, yeah, so the testimonies, I'm just waiting for them to say, you know what? All that sounds cute. All that sounds hot. Yes, that's true. Mr. George Train is a cool cat and a solid dude. Yes, true. But yeah, so 6 people. All we need is 4 more people. 4 more people. We got a party. So I think if they have any brains about them and they have any intelligence, they'll say, "Look, we got 5 charges. We got 5 charges, and 2 of them are not pressing. Really, I mean, the reason why, the irony. This is ironic. The reason why there's a charge for force or coercion or anything like that for prostitution is because prostitution is illegal. That's the ironic thing. It's seen as bad. It's seen as evil. Everybody, I love what they said in the movie Bohemian Rhapsody. He said Americans are Puritans in public and perverts in private. That's a fact. We about to party, Negro. Yeah. Back down to 5. That's cool though. Um. So yeah, I just don't understand what they're trying to do. Are they sitting? Are they sitting on their hands? Is that what they're trying to do? Is that their strategy? Because I'm looking at all the people that testified. Cassie, the hotel attendant, the bodyguard, the sex worker. Um, I just I don't see it. I don't see it. 3 more people. 3 more people. There's 7 in here. Make sure you get 7 likes. Hit that like button. Whoever's in here, make sure you hit the like button. Angie Cooper. Oh man. Hey girl. How you doing? Good to see you. So glad to see you on here. It's been a long time. I appreciate you, Angie. I appreciate you. How are you? You said I'm good. That's great. How are you? So good. I'm so glad that you're good. So glad that you're healthy. So I do appreciate you coming through. Cassie mom did prove Diddy was extorting her for 20,000. Was it really extortion though? Was it extortion? And even if it was, he's not charged with extortion. I mean, am I stupid? I'm stupid, but one of the crimes isn't I mean, the closest you can say is part of the RICO Act. Maybe that was extortion on his behalf, but I mean, it's got to be more than that. Yes, I'm very well, Angie. Thank you very much for coming here and caring. Thank you for being the lady at the house. Right now. Yeah, I mean, it was a crime. Yeah, that's definitely a crime. But is that part of the RICO? If it's not part of the RICO, then what was the point? What was the point of even saying, yeah, I took $20,000 out of my house, I had to pay him, and he gave the money back or something like that? You know what? This is going to happen again. This is bound to happen. It's going to be a situation where, some big mogul, within the industry, either film or music or both, is going to show themselves to be. So Christopher Perkins says, it did prove that Diddy has bad intentions and no moral values. I think that's true. In a sense, yes, it's very true. I think that he has a way about him that it's like he doesn't answer the jury. So it's all it is. It's all for the jury. Everything is all about the jury. That's what it's all about. It's all about whatever they have consider to have to weigh in their minds. That's the main draw. That's it. It's all about the jury. Never mind the audience, never mind the judge, even never mind the defense or the prosecution. It's all about the jury. Ironically, because it's just the jury of your peers, whatever that means. What peers? I know not. They're painting him in a bad light in the jury eyes. Yeah, that's all you have to do. That's what the thing is. They're showing him. They're showing us many instances. We're saying like, oh my goodness, I can't believe he did that. Why would he do that? It's horrible. He must be a horrible person. He must have committed these crimes. That's what they're trying to do in in the mind of the jurors. They're trying to do that. They're trying to show that he's doing something that's offensive and vicious and horrific. And he's a terrible person. He's a horrible person. Diddy is a supervillain. He got high for hubris. Never mind the drugs. You know, they say fame is the worst drug known to man. It's stronger than heroin. Who said that? Anybody know who said that? Christopher says trying to convince the jury is the whole game plan. Yeah, it's facts. It's, it doesn't matter. The judge doesn't matter. The defense and the DA don't matter. It's all in the jury. And right now he's losing by a landslide. Because of these emotional things. Not factual, but emotional. They're all emotional. They're all tied to um, non-factual ideals. Do you think Diddy will get? No, I don't think he'll get. Like, he'll probably get 20 years maybe tops, and then he'll get if he has good behavior, and maybe if he gets the appeal, he'll get overturned. But I don't see him doing more than 20 years. And all three charges will have to stick to get a life sentence. He's 56. Yeah. Well, is he 56? I think he's 55. I think he's 55, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. He'll be 56 in December. Make sure of that. Yeah, he's 55. No, he is 56. No, he is 55, sir. Seriously. December 4th. November 4th, excuse me. A month before Diddy's birthday. Jay-Z's birthday. Oh, y'all messing me up. He said, oh, okay. Yeah, I was just saying. But yeah, the defense gotta toughen up, gotta smarten up, gotta beef up, strengthen. Use intelligence, use reason, use thought. If they want to win this case, which is not in their favor right now, not in their favor. Not Diddy's not being looked at in a good light by no means at all. There's no like saying, well, he did, donate $20 million to that school, or he did help these children go through the different situations, get them out of the poverty-stricken areas. Oh, he did send, a few other kids through college. Nobody's going to care about that. They may make a case for that, but nobody's really going to care. He'll be out in 10 years with good behavior. I think he may get probation with 20 years, something like that. I would imagine. I'm just saying, just to say, I'm not sure. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure. I'm not up on the legal um, proceedings, but I think it's going to be something like that. So they have to. It's imperative. It is imperative that they focus on, the truth and rely on reason only, not emotion. And it'd be interesting if Diddy got on the stand himself, which I don't think that it will ever happen. I don't think it's ever going to happen. Diddy on the stand, I don't see that happening. Diddy didn't do everything alone, of course not. But he's got the charges. I think he's the only one with charges. Cassie doesn't have charges. All his musicians that were under him don't have charges. He's the only one stuck with the charges. Cuddy checks his closet every night for Diddy. uh, I mean, I would too, though. I mean, when he was free, I mean, if he allegedly bombed my car, I mean, I'd be like, what the hell? What else is he gonna do? That's the reality. That's the truth. That's like the facts of the case itself. If you say Diddy 3 times in the mirror, he appears. Yeah, we talked about Tony Todd. We're not gonna get into it this time, but yeah, salute to and rock and power to Tony Todd, the original Candyman. So I think if you have this legal team that Diddy has stars on, here we go. Well, hey, go to the yacht. Let me spin around in my dinghy. The sequel sucked. What are you talking about? The sequel? What sequels? Oh, the Candyman sequel. Oh, yeah, it happens. Sometimes you get you strike gold or platinum or whatever, diamonds. With a sequel like Toy Story 2 was like but Toy Story 3 was like super great. This year, I didn't see Toy Story 4, but I heard pretty much good things, and it did I think $1 billion at the box office. There's going to be a Toy Story 5 if you believe that. Star's not on. Okay. I don't like the woke remake. Yeah, Star about to be on. Okay, so he's got he's got the what do they call it, the advertisements from the beginning. Tell my Papoose and yeah, they went through something. I saw that. I saw it on Hip Hop News. Was it hotnewhiphop.com? I did see something, a little blurb. But I'm talking about Diddy, and Diddy is just one of the saddest, most like levels of the blues that you can possibly have. The philosophical framework of the blues. It's essentially an ideology in 12 bars. That's the blues, which I don't give a f about. That's cool, but yeah, the defense has got to step up. Defense, defense, defense. They got to make it into a chant because it's like it's anything for now. It's anything goes. Yeah, they better. Yeah, Christopher Perkins said they better do something next week. Yeah, line up the people, and cross-examine the witnesses, and get the evidence, get the DNA, get all of that together. That's what I want to see. Cause damn Diddy, if he committed these crimes, damn him, definitely. But that's the power. That's the power of persuasion. It's the power of body language. It's the power of the words that you speak and the tone of your voice, or just sitting and being grizzled and gray and with a sweater on and not saying anything. I'm so surprised he doesn't have glasses on his face. I'll never let that, I'll never let that live down. Put Young Miami on the stand. Yeah, that would be interesting. It's all about the question they choose to ask. Exactly. Questions are, probably the paragon of understanding. It's they permit us to get to a different level. There was a level of Socrates going around Greece and asking various young people questions, very philosophical questions about the nature of the universe and the nature of existence and their capacity to think and things like that. What happened to him? He was essentially arrested, and he was the defender of democracy, which is unlimited majority rule in a sense, for the most part, of course. I mean, it also means that you can elect officials in an orderly fashion most of the time. But anyway, so he said, "I believe in them." He said, "You're going to be put to death." And it was a panel of say maybe 4 out of 5. So they won, and he said, "I believe in democracy." And I think he got poison poured into his ear or in his mouth or something like that. But that's just a tidbit of what can happen, right, with the democratic, votes and questioning. He was charged with corrupting the youth of Greece. Being a micro expressions expert, yeah. I remember I read a few articles there saying one article in particular said that some of the various jurors leaned in, some of them fell back and gasped. Other people, it was just assortment of different reactions and responses that these various jurors produced. Ben Shapiro checks his closet every night for Ye. Um, I mean, Ben Shapiro. I actually like Ben Shapiro for the most part. He gets things a little bit kooky. He's kind of very overly faithful, and I mean, regarding a faith, not being faithful to his spouse. Um, Terrence Trent D'Arby crash. Salute. 6 likes, five viewers. Uh, he message retracted. All right. Why does Ben Shapiro suck? Just tell me that, Bumbo. Why? He's a very smart young man. I disagree with him on many different issues, but he's very smart, very quick witted, very fast, rapid fire speech that I can't even try and to fathom and come across and be very much like him. Like he talks very fast. So while Bumba's trying to write the reason why Ben Shapiro sucks, what should I say about it? Scott sounds like a sixth grader whose Jello pudding pop was spiked with 5 sleeping pills. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for telling me. It's not impressive to debate brain dead collage kids. Well, I think he educates more so older people, people like 22 to 34 crowd collage. I know. The Clonopin kicking in, yeah. It's true. It's happening right now. But I'm still rolling. I'm still rolling. I'm still going to the still going with the program. Still functioning. Um yeah, so I would say if Diddy is smart, he'll just sit silent, don't say anything, don't invite his family to the court. I mean, the things that are being said about him and the things he allegedly did are just overwhelming. They're just overwhelming. It's very disturbing portrait of a shell of a man. That's the reality of it. Young Diddy is going to be a menace. Who are you talking about? Who's one of his sons or his sons? Do you think he will take the witness stand in his own defense? No. Just like ASAP Rocky. And ASAP Rocky was real close when he said, "Don't answer that question." I was like, "Uh-oh." He beat the case. Can't knock him. He beat the case. I know what you meant, Christopher. I know what you meant. The one that looks a lot like him. Yeah, yeah, the dark skin. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. King, I think it is. Eric. Might be a nickname, but I think it's King. You know, he's referred to as such. Um, just ask questions. That's a good point, Christopher Perkins. Just ask questions. Just try to see what is going on. And that's T.I.'s son. Okay. Now, I think they have two. I think King Combs. I think there's a King Combs. There's King Harris and King Holmes. Um, yeah, the daughters don't need to hear what their father allegedly did. They don't need to be in the courtroom. The mother, Mr. Choice Terrain said, when Mama Combs gonna be locked up? It's gonna be any moment now. Salute to him. Yes, two kings. Jesus is king. That's all right. I love when people say Jesus is king, Lord, master. These very outdated terminology. Why isn't it Jesus CEO? We don't have kings. We make kings, but they gotta be earned. You gotta earn your king and your queen and your princess and your prince. You gotta earn them. Jesus is Lord. Okay, Jesus is King, Rottweiler says. Then he says Jesus is Lord. Prove it. Give me evidence. But Diddy, he has the capacity to be connected to the truth. To if he doesn't say anything, if he doesn't take the stand in his own defense, he will still have the ability to show himself approved. It will show him in a bright light of clarity and understanding if he is clear to his defense team. Yeah, yeah, I got you. Jesus is Lord is one of my favorite songs of all time. I love that song, especially oh boy, what's his name? Oh my god, Exhibit C. Come on, what is his name? Jay Electronica. Jay Electronica smoked that track. He smoked it. It was crazy. That was one of the best verses I heard in over a decade, maybe even more. That track is dope. Yes, it is. Ye has strong, bars on it too, but I like the locks too. And Jadakiss Bible scripture. But we all agree Diddy will do sometime unless a miracle happens. Yeah. I mean, I don't believe in miracles, but it would be like a Hail Mary pass down the way. Some there's gonna be some kind of there has to be something. We're gonna be like, I think it's gonna be like, oh, so he was being coerced by somebody else. It's gonna be somebody that's gonna be introduced, and we're never gonna see it. And we're gonna be like, whoa, I didn't see that coming. That's crazy. I did. What he could get off. He could get off the hook. I never realized that. I mean, I think I'm having marijuana withdrawals. Another reason why I don't smoke marijuana or ingest THC or any of that. Not until I'm 90 or 100 years old. And maybe then I might hold back. But especially if by that time drugs are legalized across the board, federal, state, city, untaxed production or income, only on consumption or sales tax. Oh, Texas just made it real. We're talking about Jesus Lord and Jesus King. Texas, go back to Jesus. I love it. Go back to Jesus. I'm just trying to imagine myself going back to Jesus, saying the unknown and the unknowable, and claiming the way to that plateau or that higher ground. Can't do it. Marijuana's for heathens. So you're straight edge, Texas. Maybe you drink. Maybe you drink something. I'm not sure. This guy looking like Lefty Gunplay right now. Oh my god. Not trying to. I'm really fighting. Fighting. I had to wait for this hour. But thank you, Texas. Thank you for chiming in. Appreciate it. Remember, if you want, you can promote. And let me do that actually right now. LifeStrongApparel.com. If you want to have your pet, especially a dog, have a dog sitter. If you want to have wild sea moss or purple sea moss or sea moss gel or snapbacks, go to that site, purchase, and when you're done with everything at the checkout, put in SKYLER20 Skylar20, and you get 20% off all your purchases. And tell them that the silly guy Sky Saunders they're paying. That's LifeStrongApparel.com. Also, Beha Jackson, former child movie actor. He was in the monumental Boys in the Hood film. He was the child actor of the younger version of Ice Cube's character, Doughboy. He has his own YouTube channel. He has Sardines on the Grill, Fried Chicken, Near Beer, and female strippers. So make sure you go to his YouTube channel, subscribe, like, comment, whatever you got to do, and tell him that the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. Also, there's Dot Focus, DOTFOCUS _ on Twitch and YouTube. Make sure that he is known for his first person shooter games. Make sure that you go into his sites, go into YouTube, like, subscribe, comment, whatever you can do, and tell them that the silly guy Sky Saunders sent you. Thank you. All right, so in conclusion, in wrapping up, oh my God. No, you're not. I mean, we talk about that. He didn't die. Rottweiler says, "Am I the one who hates clipping their toenail?" That's just a passage of life. That's just life. I always think of that. Whenever I see cemeteries, I'm like, damn, these people. Every person in that cemetery either got pedicure, manicure, and or clipped their fingernails and their toenails. I mean, it's a weird thing. I know it's not, but it's just something that just comes at my mind sometimes. But yeah, clipping toenails sucks. It's terrible because like you have to be at a right angle. The best time to do it though is right after a shower when your nails are softened by the water. But yeah, I know what you mean, Rottweiler. Okay, so wrapping up, Diddy is on the ropes, definitely. Next week we'll see if they can come off and he can get a few punches landed and see if he can actually win the day in the eyes of the judicial system and the judge and the jury. Thanks again. Take care.